Hi, welcome to Her Story in the Making podcast. My name is Courtney. I'm the owner of Court J Thrifts high-end clothing resale store and Court J Marketing small business marketing firm.
My name is Delaney. I'm a licensed lash tech at Enliven Medspa.
Hi, I'm Kennedy. I'm a licensed esthetician at Enliven.
Yes, it's okay. You guys might notice Tammy is missing. We have Tammy's daughter in place today.
Yeah.
So we were initially going to have a guest, and then Tammy bailed, so you guys can yell at her next week about it. It's fine. I give you permission. But we have lots of questions to ask Kennedy today. She's our first guest. We have all these people that we talk about every week that we've never introduced to you guys, so we felt like for the next couple weeks maybe we should introduce a couple of the people that we have told prior stories about, talked in the past about. So Kennedy is our first victim. No, I'm just kidding, she's the first guest. And then McKenna is not next week after, which is Tammy's other daughter. So I feel like I have a good set of questions to ask you. I'm going to test my interviewing skills again this week for you guys. I'll try to not yap so much, but no promises, because as we all know, that's just my expertise. So my first question for you, Kennedy, is what is your current career path looking like? How is your past career path looking like? And what led you to the point you're at today?
Okay, so right now, I'm an esthetician at the spa, as I said, and then I also bartend on the weekends, and then I'm going to school right now to be a massage therapist. So what kind of led me to that? When I was in high school, I've always kind of been like a go-getter working. I bartended, and I worked in the kitchen, and then after that, got out of high school, I worked at Elite in the mall in Rice Lake. And that was fun. That kind of helped with, like, just my sales skills and everything like that. I went to college, and that was just not for me. It was during COVID, so we graduated during COVID. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then at college, I went to Stout to be a fashion designer. Okay. And that was just not it. I was like, yeah, I'm out of there. Mm-hmm. And then I moved to Stevens Point with Peyton, and I bartended. I worked at Target for a while. I did, like, you know how you shop for people that do, like, the pickup orders? I did that.
I don't even think I knew this about you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did that for a little bit, and then stuff happened at the spa with Tammy, and so she's like, you need to come back, and I was like, okay.
Is this when the lady stole $20,000 from you?
Yeah.
We touched on
that.
Yeah,
I didn't know if she talked about that, so I didn't want to say anything.
Yes.
But yeah, she called me, and we had already decided I was going to go to school to be an esthetician.
Yep.
So she called me up. I was on my way to Madison to go meet a friend, and she goes, so I actually need you to come back to Rice Lake.
Oh my God.
And be my receptionist while you're going to school. And I'm like, okay, here we go. So I did that. Yeah, I was not a fan of working for Mom. That was not fun.
Okay.
Which if she was here, she would be like, yeah, no, that was not good. We're just so much alike that we butt heads, so her telling me what to do was not good. It was funny, yeah.
I feel your pain a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah,
we've all been there.
No offense, Tammy.
She's not here, she can't defend.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I went to school. God, I've been an esthetician now for 3 years. So I've been doing that for 3 years, really liking it. I've bartended the whole time, too. I just do weekends. Bartend at Mary's Bluegill, so come see me. And I really like that, too. It's just, I feel like that's just in our family's DNA. Working at, like, a restaurant, my grandparents owned one for 30 years, a supper club. My mom has bartended. Like, that's just our personalities. We bartend, we go do things. If you need more money, go work. That's just how we are. So, and then now this summer, I decided I wanted to be a massage therapist. So I'm really liking that right now. I have until July when I graduate, so it's fun. I'm really liking it.
Okay. What made you decide that that was what you wanted to do?
So I do body wraps and stuff at the spa right now, and I really like doing that. And it's just interesting. I want to help people, kind of. And we went to Utah with Feedamere, that's our skincare line at the spa, and it was just like, that's like where their location is in the States, because they're based out of France. And we did like a little training there, and they kind of showed us add-ons that they have with massage, and I'm like, this would be so cool. Like, I'd love to do this stuff. That kind of was one of, like, the tipping point, because I already had, like, been thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's such a demand for it around here. Nobody does it, and everybody that does it is, like, older, so they're getting hurt or sick and can't do it as much anymore, so...
Yeah, it's definitely probably really hard on your fingers and, like, wrists,
right.
etc.
Yeah, we learn, like, body mechanics
Yeah.
to try not to kill your body as much.
Yeah.
So that's been helping, but yeah, it is tough, especially since I have not been working out, so I'm like, oh, I'm dying.
That's fair. So what is your favorite type of massage to do right now?
So the only thing that I've tested out of right now is Swedish, so
Okay.
like relaxation massage. We're doing deep tissue right now, which I really like, and we had like a course on spa, which I learned hot stones.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those.
Not doing those.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. But I really liked Swedish, but deep tissue is very interesting. I wouldn't be able to do it all the time because that is hard on your body. But
Right.
Swedish is a lot of fun. And that would, I mean, if I do like add-ons, Swedish is probably what I would do. So
Yeah.
like a body wrap, then go into massage and stuff like that.
Yeah. So do you plan on offering both deep tissue and Swedish, or are you just
I think
leaning
it's
towards?
more Swedish, and the people that I know probably just do deep tissue for them
Yeah.
if they need it.
Right.
And then a lot of people don't know like what deep tissue is. You say deep tissue, but they don't really understand. People just think deep tissue means more pressure.
Right.
That's just a Swedish massage with more pressure. Deep tissue is like you have a problem, let's say it's your shoulder. You go in and you do techniques to help like relieve the pain of like your shoulder. Or say you have tennis elbow, like tendinitis in your elbow. We'll go in and help fix that. So
Yeah.
it's more so, it's not like you're killing your body doing deep pressure all over the body. It's more so you're focusing on one area
Yeah.
and trying to help that and doing different techniques to help that.
Yeah, I currently have a deep tissue massage every week and every other week scheduled for like the next 3 months because, as we all know, my shoulder is metal. So.
Right. What are they doing to help you for that?
I don't know. We literally just focus on like upper scapular and then kind
yeah.
of like neck area too, because just like some of the tension goes on my neck, and then I get like massive tension headaches back here too.
Yeah.
So I think I literally have one tomorrow as we're talking about this.
That's
but-
funny.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems to actually help though, because I was getting like tension headaches every day to the point where it was just like wrapping around my whole head. And then I got a deep tissue massage like 2 weeks in a row, and you feel like doo-doo afterwards.
Oh,
I'm
it
not gonna
hurts.
lie. Like, it feels bruised almost. Like my whole back just felt bruised. Like even if like the pinpoint touch, like if Delaney like touches my back or something, like it would hurt.
Yeah, so the instructor, he did like a demo on me yesterday, and it was on my rhomboids, so the muscles like above your lats and your back. Oh my gosh, I hurt so bad after that, and then I had to get off the table and do it on somebody else, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But like today, I feel so good. But yesterday, I'm like, oh, I'm dead.
Oh yeah, it was like, it's a whole thing after. I'm like, I gotta chug some water, gotta stay
Right.
hydrated all day, because it takes it out of you. Especially when it's 60 minutes just focused on the area where I have like 10 volts. It was like
Yeah, a lot.
a
Yeah,
lot.
I will say I've never got a massage.
You've never had
I
a
mean,
massage?
maybe when I was
Really?
like 10.
You
no.
you need to get one.
Yeah, I
You
can
gotta
give you one.
schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta schedule that.
Yeah.
Schedule yourself in.
Yeah, it needs to happen.
Yeah, because I can do massages, I just can't like do it for like money yet,
Right,
because I'm
right.
not licensed yet, obviously.
So what does the process of that look like? You do education on what you're going to do, then you do trials, or like how does that look like?
Right now, you go through like the different things. So I'm in kinesiology right now. We already did A&P and Swedish. So the education part, and then we do clinicals. So on Fridays, we have people that come into the school, and we do massages on them. And you have so many contact hours, and so many hours you just have to be there for clinicals.
Okay.
Are
So
they just random people? That, like,
people that
just-
schedule,
That,
like you
okay.
schedule, yeah.
Yeah.
But then after all that, you get all your hours. You have to take the MBLEX, it's called. So it's so many questions, like 100 questions or so, and you have to get an 80% or better to pass. And it's like so many percentages of each thing that you learn that's going to be on it. So
that sounds intense. Are you prepared?
not quite yet. I haven't learned it. But everybody's so stressed about it, and I'm the type of person where I'm just so easygoing. I'm like, it's not here yet. Why are we stressing about it?
That was my next question, actually. How do you manage stress and prevent burnout when you have so many different things going on?
It's hard because, I mean, I was getting on my, like, rhythm and flow of esthetician, bartending. So bartending's weekends, so usually I have one day during the week where I was off, and then Sundays usually I was off. So I was getting in the rhythm of that, and then I have a boyfriend named Grady. He lives up north, and trying to, like, juggle all that, I was getting into, like, a rhythm. And I have a dog. Her name's Winnie. She's 8 months old. She's a golden retriever. She's like my child. But I was getting used to that, and then I was like, okay, let's go to school. So that's 2 days a week, Monday and Wednesdays. So from 9 to 4:30. And then Tuesdays, Thursdays, I'm at the spa, and then usually Friday, Saturday, I'm bartending. So right away, that started in September. So right away, I was like, oh, I'm dying. Like, I didn't have a break. I didn't have a day off for like 2 weeks. And I was like, I need sleep. Yeah. But you just get used to it. Like, get used to the go, 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 because once you, like, stop, you're done. So it's I'm still, like, on the go, go, go right now. And it's hard, but you just have to know you're going to get through it. Like, cry it out and keep moving, basically.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
So what does a normal day look like? Because school is an hour away, correct? Yeah, so do you get up at a certain point, get yourself ready, drive your hour there, drive your hour back, and then you always have to work the next day for the most part, right?
Yeah. So I usually wake up at like 6:30, and then get ready, go to schools at 9, have school all day, get home, usually have to take care of my dog unless she's up north with Grady. And then the next day, I mean, it's really not bad because I can go to bed early. Like, it's not terrible. What's the hard part right now is bartending, because I bartend from 6 o'clock at night till 2:30, 3 in the morning. Yeah. So going back and just, like, getting back in the routine of waking up early.
That's almost like a reverse schedule. Like, you're getting up early, getting done early, versus then you're starting late, getting done late, and, like, you're managing that. I feel like that would almost be harder than just doing big, long days,
like
all same schedule all in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I get so bored, so I have to have something different.
Right.
I can't just do the same thing all the time. That's why I have so many different things that I do.
You have side gigs, you have your side hustles.
Yeah.
I respect that. So how many hours, like, estimated do you bartend a week, and then how many hours estimated do you work at the spa?
I'm trying to think about that. Probably 16 hours at the bar. And the spa depends. Some days I'm just booked. I'm there from like 9, 10 to 6. And then some days it's easygoing because
some days you get there at 5.
Literally, yeah. This last Tuesday, was it Tuesday? Yeah. I wasn't there all day because I was supposed to have a hair appointment, and that got canceled. And somebody else canceled, so I literally got there at 4 o'clock and was there till like 7.
And I left. I was like, oh, I didn't even see Kennedy.
Yeah.
Well, and if you're not from Wisconsin, or if you're not from the Midwest and you're tuning in, we have had an insane cold front this week. We've had, like, school was canceled Monday, Tuesday for most of the county in general and surrounding counties. It was, when I woke up Tuesday morning, -37 feels like, and -22 actual temperature.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was cold.
So when she's saying people were canceling or, like, appointments got canceled, it was the cold.
It was, I remember on Sunday last week, Tammy was like, hey, do you guys still feel comfortable coming in? And I'm like, do you want me to be honest? Because no, I'm not going to be comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, it's all
Nobody
cold.
is.
Like, I'm not comfortable.
But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I got to make the
And
change.
I always think that's the weirdest thing. Whenever we have a cold front come in, and I'm like, in high school, my mom would have never let me go anywhere, like, when it was that cold, or, like, well, also, I couldn't drive, so I would have never been going anywhere anyways. I didn't get my driver's license until I turned 18. I'm weird, I know. But they're, like, I had people on Monday waiting for me when the doors open, and it was busy all day. Like, it was, like, one of the busiest Mondays in January that we've ever had, just because Mondays in January, that's a whole thing in retail, where it's, like, just boring. Like, my day to get stuff done, basically, I didn't get anything done on Monday. But then Tuesday, it was dead. It was like,
well, everybody probably had off on Monday.
Yeah, because Martin Luther King Day. Yeah. So it was a federal holiday. So like the banks were closed and everything. So I think because it wasn't just kids. It was like a mix of adults and stuff too. So I feel like most people did have off and stuff like that too. Okay, so I asked you that question. Do you feel like you have any entrepreneurial traits to where you would potentially want to open your own, not necessarily Enliven, but like maybe your own massage studio or something like that eventually in the future?
So if I ended up moving up north with Grady, it would just be like a branch of Enliven that would be up there. So that's how that would go.
Okay.
Like, it wouldn't be where I make my own business, because I know, like, the ins and out of business because of Mom and you and whatever, and I'm like, no, I'm good. That is not my thing. That's just a lot of stress and a lot of responsibility and this and that to deal with, so I'm like, no, I'm okay.
But you'd be running that in line up there,
Do you think that that's something that you would like to do potentially, or like are open to as an option?
Yeah, I'm open to it. It wouldn't be for a while.
Right.
Because, I don't want to move up there until I have to.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's something, because Grady, he's a lineman up north, so.
Yeah.
My job, I can go up there.
Right.
His job, I mean, he can eventually move around if he wants.
Right.
Right now, he really can't.
Yeah. So you you're going to take one for the team.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, I remember you were gone from the spa for, like, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It felt like 3 weeks. I was like, where's Kennedy? Like, does she even work here anymore?
I took a break.
Just on a little break, it's fine. Just on a little break. Do you like doing both? So even if, like, you decide you love massage, whatever, do you still plan on doing esthetician skills as well? You want to take appointments for both, correct?
Yeah, so massage is so hard on your body that I would only take massage clients certain days a week.
Right.
And then esthetician clients certain days a week.
So you wouldn't intertwine them on, like, days you wouldn't go from massage to, like, facial or stuff like that? Okay.
Not unless they wanted both.
Right.
If they were just there for massage, then on the massage day.
Yeah.
And, like, it would only be if they did, like, an add-on. It wouldn't be like, oh, you got a facial and a massage. Okay, well, then someone else can do the facial, and then I can do the massage.
Yeah.
Or Callie can do the massage.
Right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't even think about it that way.
Yeah, because massage therapy is so hard on your body. Like, the rule, like, people burn out in 2 years. Yeah. Usually, if they're not taking care of themselves.
Right. And then I feel like, so my current massage therapist, I think he does, like, every other day. And I think that probably would help.
He probably only takes, like, 4 or 5 clients, too.
Yeah, I think so. I guess I haven't even asked him.
Does. Well, she does 5 to 6, but.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, she's a hard worker, though.
She is. Dang.
She works hard.
Good for her. How do you stay organized? Is there any tools that you use specifically to stay organized? I was waiting for her to answer this question.
Why would you even ask me that?
That was a stupid question.
The thing is, ready? I don't stay organized. That's the thing. I can't give you any tips, and I'm not gonna lie. Mom's literally hired me, a cleaning lady, to go clean my room on Monday. Because I'm so busy in, like, with a long distance boyfriend. You're here and there and everywhere, and I'm at massage school. I don't want to come home and clean. I'm working at the spa. I don't want to come home and clean. Then I'm bartending. I don't want to come home and clean. So, yeah, it looks like a tornado's through there right now.
In your room at McKenna's?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
And backstory, me and Kennedy have been, like, best friends for literal years now, so I knew the answer to that question. I really just wanted to see what she was going to say, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, maybe that was a lie on my butt or something.
She's just going to lie and be like,
so actually, I do this.
So I write down it all in my planner every week.
Oh my gosh, I know.
I set reminders on my phone. I use my phone calendar.
It's terrible because me and Kennedy are like the same person in that sense where it's like I'm working all day. I just vacuumed. I just deep cleaned at the store yesterday. Am I gonna come home and clean? No. And it drives my boyfriend up a wall too. He's like, "Are you serious? Like, okay, we can do this and this after we clean like up the mess that you left around the house." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay. I'm going to bed. I'm going to sit down." Like,
yeah, I'm not doing this.
tired. No, and it just like goes and just my little angel just goes and like cleans it up for me. So I'm grateful in that sense, but I'm like I do the same thing. My house would be a disaster if it wasn't for Drew, because
yeah, she's like, I heard you a cleaning lady on Monday. I wasn't gonna tell you. But
Yeah, she was like, I'm gonna keep it a secret from her, and I was like, okay.
that is never gonna happen. Her and secrets.
They don't
No.
mix.
Well, I told her I was like, I'm gonna clean my room this weekend.
yeah.
And she's like, don't do it. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And she's like, because I hired you a cleaning lady. I'm like, you were supposed to come help me. I'm like, now you don't get a massage.
You were doing tradesies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
But
Okay, my follow-up question here. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Like, what would you consider a technological strength or like an ability strength and a weakness?
strength, just in like what sense? Like work? Or-
Yeah. Like, what are your working traits or like self-traits?
I feel like I'm really good at talking to
Okay.
people. Very like personable. I feel like I'm very knowledgeable in what I do now. At first you're nervous, like with the esthetician stuff and being confident. But I feel like I'm very confident with what I do now. My weaknesses.
Nothing.
I'm just kidding.
Nothing.
I don't know.
Being
Organization.
organized.
Yeah, that one on the nose. No.
Cleaning.
Cleaning. No.
Cleaning?
No, I keep everything clean.
Yeah, your
Especially
room
at the
at
spa. Like, if you go
Yeah.
to her room at the spa, it's like tip-top shape all the time. She
Yeah,
doesn't mess
it's-
around with that.
No.
And that's like the same thing as me. The store, it'll be clean. Will it be organized? Probably not. But will it be clean? Yes.
Yes, like cleanliness is like number one.
Yeah, my house, not a chance.
No.
Unless Drew is doing it,
Not just right.
just absolutely not.
I would say probably. Like I feel like I get distracted easy, so distraction,
Yeah.
staying on task.
Hey, Kennedy,
I
there's a
feel
squirrel.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I just look?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's gullible written on the ceiling too.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, what do you enjoy most about your career as an esthetician?
I love doing lash lift and tints. Those are a lot of fun. I love meeting new people and just like helping them like through their skincare journey, and all the people that I've met I really like.
Do you find that rewarding,
Mhm.
helping people?
Yeah, I do. And like knowing that I'm doing a good job when they rebook. So it's like, oh, they really liked what I did and they rebook with me, and yeah, it's been
That's
a
a
lot of
really
fun.
good feeling.
Mhm.
When somebody rebooked with me for lashes, I was like, oh, really? Like,
Mhm.
already?
Yeah, you like me?
Yeah, you like me? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I can agree to that in the sense that when somebody comes back to my store or like my regular customers that I see once a week, twice a week, even like once a month, it's always satisfactory for me that, oh, they like my store, they're coming back, they buy stuff, they're coming back. Even if you don't buy anything, you're still coming to look. It's still like, oh, they like being here. And that's fun to see. What has been your favorite moment being an esthetician so far? Like, has there been any client experience that has stood out to you that has been like a one-on-one favorite experience, or has there been any like anything that you're like, that was cool?
Or like your favorite receptionist or anything?
No comment. I'm just kidding. No, I loved going to Utah. That was such a cool experience, and I wouldn't have been able to do that without being an esthetician. So it was just so pretty there, and getting to learn more about like all the products and getting to use them. I really loved it. And then now since we did that, we have a chance to go to France to go to their place.
Oh, that'd be
there.
cool.
That is so exciting.
Yeah.
How long does it take potentially to be able to do that?
Really any time now.
Okay,
We just have to figure it out.
that's awesome.
That's so cool.
Do you have a passport?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to get on my game. I don't have a passport, guys.
Mine's expired, so I need a new one.
Yeah, you guys need to figure it out.
Yeah,
We need
sorry.
to get post office stat after this. Go see my guy Randy.
Yeah,
All right.
gotta go run to the post office.
What is your biggest challenge as being an esthetician? Has there been anything specifically that has like any skill or service that has caused you a little bit of trouble, or like you've had a little hiccup or bump along the road?
I would say confidence, which you fake it till you make it when you're doing stuff like that. But it's just like you get so in your head sometimes. You're like, are they liking it, or like, am I doing a good job, or blah blah blah. It's like people zen out. They don't like know what you're doing, and I feel like just getting over that and knowing like, okay, you're doing fine. Just be confident, and they're gonna like what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that was like hard at first, like with facials. I feel like that was a little bit harder because we learned how to do facials in school, and then we brought on Feed a Mirror, so they taught you the ways that they do facials and stuff. So
Yeah.
and learning all their products, that was definitely a challenge because they have so much. So like learning it at first, it's like, okay, what's in this? What does this do? This, that, and everything else. And it's kind of a challenge because their first like language for that is French. So it's like, then it's English, so like the translation's a little weird on stuff sometimes, but.
I have seen some of those Feedamer books and like some of the other books just from when I was doing marketing, and even sometimes in the post you'll have to like tweak it a little bit because it's like, this doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Or it'll just be like improper English, which is so funny. But how do you deal with self-doubt, and have you ever experienced a specific moment where there was self-doubt in your career?
Well, when I dropped out of college, definitely, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm a dropout. I'm such a loser. Like, I felt that at first, it's like,
I felt that too.
I'm like, what am I going to do with my life? So that definitely was hard, but Mom's like, just go be an esthetician, And, I'm always going to be working no matter what I do.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I'm not going to be, like, a lazy bum,
Right.
know? So that was hard, and it's like, well, am I going to be good enough for that? Am I smart enough? It's just, like, stuff like that. Like, McKenna and Peyton are so smart. So, like, following that, it's like, oh, gosh, here we go, So that was hard just to be like, no, you're good enough. You're smart enough. You can go do it.
Yeah. And I feel like this can definitely be a learning moment for everybody, too. Every person in these chairs is a college dropout, and we all have successful career paths without going to college. So if you're thinking about it, or if you just did, you're fearful, if you're like, I don't really want to go to school, you don't have to, but you just have to be willing to put work in. You can't sit around, and you can't be lazy. You can't do this, you have to do that. You always have to have the work ethic, and if you have the work ethic, the success will follow. Okay. I have my big question. So if you watched last week's episode, me and Delaney did not answer this question, and I felt like it needed to come back.
I just still don't know.
I needed some redemption. So I really could not sleep that night that I didn't answer this question, and I know that sounds a little bit excessive.
I can't believe you didn't answer it.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. I was like,
know,
oh, she's not
and it
answering.
really ate me alive. I had to go back. So Kennedy, if you had to describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be?
I feel like this is different. Like, I feel like I don't, like, put on a face for different people, but people know me so differently.
Yeah.
So describing myself in 3 words, I feel like this is going to just be so lame.
It's okay, I don't know what I'm going to say.
I feel like I'm a hard worker, determined. I would say, like, I don't want to say kind, because that's not the right word for me. I'm not mean. But,
Kind when you need to be, okay?
no, I'm mean when I need to be, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, if, like, don't mess with me or my tribe, Like, if you're going to step on one of us, and then
Right.
comes out the not
That's
so
how I am,
nice.
too.
But I feel like I'm loyal,
Yeah.
I would say.
Okay.
Those 3.
Yes.
Good job. I'm so proud of you.
Do you got yours, or do you want me to go?
you can go.
Okay. I'm going to go driven, ambitious, and analytical. I would like to say that I overanalyze almost every situation that I'm going into.
Yep.
It's a skill and it's a downfall at some points, because I will, like, any business decision that I go into making or any specific life decision, I always analyze, like, the pros, the cons, what have people done prior to this, what could I do differently, like, even if I'm just throwing an event, the amount of things, like, that my wheels that are turning in my brain is ridiculous.
Yeah, but that means you don't have an off button then.
Oh,
You
no.
never shut off.
Yeah.
I never shut it off. I the other night was sitting there at like 11:30 at night because I accidentally drank caffeine after 8.
Nice.
I had a bubbler, like, not even thinking about it, knowing I cannot do that because then I'm just wide awake. So I was watching tennis. You know,
of course, tennis. Tennis.
I love tennis, guys. I just love it. Australian Open is on right now. I've been dialed. I've been tuned in.
Which is so funny because I've never known you to like tennis. So I was looking at one of your stories. I'm like, she's watching tennis now? I'm like, what is this about?
She's really an old grandma now.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
We were talking about this because I actually, like, there's been 3 days this week and it's only Thursday that I have been in bed by 8 and done by 8:30. 3. There's only been 4 of the days. So, like, I really actually, like, I think I've peaked in my grandma era. But no, my grandma and I always used to watch tennis growing up.
Okay.
So I always just, like, watched it, but I never really got into it until, like, I would say probably, like, late 2023 when I was watching the U.S. Open, and I was just, like, got into it. I have my favorite players. I love Ben Shelton. Ben Shelton, he's one of my faves.
She said his name earlier before we started this, and I'm like, I thought you meant Blake Shelton. I'm like,
Yeah, she's
like,
like-
why are you watching him?
she goes, "Why are you bringing him up?"
That's not really your speed.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, like, Ben Shelton, like, the tennis player. And then I really like Coco Gauff. I always watch Coco Gauff's matches. I feel like I like a lot of, like, random tennis players that you guys are going to have absolutely no idea who
Yeah,
I'm
I
talking
don't
about.
know.
So I'm
Yeah.
just going to shut up now. But, yeah, I love tennis. Tennis is great, guys. Like, if you've never watched a tennis match, it's actually interesting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I can feel their eyes, like lasers staring at me right now. They're like, gosh, this girl really needs some hobbies. Which I probably do.
Don't we all, though?
Yeah.
I really need to get a hobby because, like, I feel like I haven't had a hobby besides
See,
selling
like-
clothes in so long.
Like McKenna, she has a hobby. She crochets.
She crochets bowls.
Yeah, I
Bowls?
tried. Wait.
She bowls.
Oh, I thought you said she crocheted a
crochets
bowl.
bowls.
I was like, what?
Oh, no, she crochets in bowls.
Yeah. See, like, I tried crocheting and I threw it like 20 minutes after I started because I couldn't.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I have the patience.
It's fun.
I have patience in certain aspects, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, definitely when it comes to certain tasks, I'm patient, and then sometimes I just get overstimulated and I'm not patient anymore.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah. Like, are you patient with kids?
Depends. I'm good with kids, but sometimes I'm like...
But also if they're like screaming their head off, like you just.
No,
can't.
that's fine. It's the
Really?
ones that are little smart butts. Like, I don't know if I can source those smart butts it is.
Okay. Absolutely.
It's like, I just want to drop kick you right now. I'm like, because I can't do anything to you, but you're being smart.
Yeah.
Like, smart with me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
those are the ones. And I know if I had a kid, that's exactly how it would be.
Oh, yeah. it'd be
That's
a
how
mini
I
you.
am. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, same. It would be a mini me, and it would give me a run for my money, 100%. That would be, actually, that would be horrifying. Like, a mini little ginger bossing me
oh,
around.
imagine we had kids at the same time. That would be
Oh, God.
horrendous.
Our kids would be, like, best friends, and then they
Ganging
would
up
both
on
be
us.
bossing us around. Knowing we can't do anything about it, yeah, that would be definitely 100% what happens.
Yeah.
I feel like Delaney's kid would be a little angel.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you're just so nice that, like, your kid would just be so shy and nice.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that for you, too.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be good for you. But yeah, I also jump around from topic to topic because I get sidetracked very easily. I saw a squirrel, apparently. But yeah, I don't really have an off button when I'm
No.
going, like, when I'm working or even etc. Like, I came up with these questions 2 nights ago at 11:30 when I was watching tennis, and I was, like, just thinking of things, and then I was like, oh, I gotta write that down. And I
Right.
was like, I gotta write that down. Or, like, I'll be laying there and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot to do this today, so I'll have to write it down. I'm a big thing. If I don't write it down, it's not getting done because I do jump from squirrel to squirrel to
Yeah,
squirrel.
that's how I am,
That's
too.
how I am, yeah.
I have to, like, even if it's on a post-it note, even if I can't even read my penmanship, if it, like, jogs my memory, if I see it, I have to do
even
that.
like sometimes for me it's like one word. Where,
Yeah,
like,
that too.
I'm
agree.
like, oh yeah, I remember now.
I
'Cause,
agree.
like with Tammy, like she's like, not yelling at me, but she's like, gotta do this, gotta do this, gotta do it. I'm like, Tammy, write it down because I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I used to have to tell her that too.
Yeah. I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying.
Or you have to, I'm going to get you a clipboard so you have, like, pieces of paper to, like, write it down and you can start jotting notes.
I got Post-it notes.
Yes.
At the desk, and I'm just constantly writing.
Yes, that's what I have to do, too. I go through so many Post-it notes. I always get the ones with the lines because then I can, like, read my penmanship later on if I use the lines. I know that's so stupid, but I really genuinely do. But that's the only thing. Otherwise, if I feel like, this is bad too, but if I don't go to bed early, I won't get rest because even though if I go to bed at 11, I get up at 7, that's 8 hours of sleep. I'm not falling asleep at 11, and I feel like the late night thoughts are like, oh, I didn't do this at work today. Oh, I gotta do this tomorrow. Oh, I gotta do this. And that's when it really goes in a downward spiral versus if I get home from work, I eat something, I brush my teeth, I hop in bed, and I'm sleeping by 8 o'clock. It doesn't really give me time to, like, think if I'm, like, on the specific schedule.
Well, when I got my Oura ring, it really humbled me because I was like, oh, yeah, like, I go to sleep at, like, a good time, you know? And then I, like, saw my Oura ring results in the morning, and I was like, it took me, like, an hour to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And I'm not in, like, good
Sleep.
deep
Like
sleep.
REM sleep.
Like, I'll be in REM sleep for, like, an hour throughout the whole night. And I'm like, what? And then I'll wake up randomly throughout the night, too. Like, I'll wake up at, like, 3, at 5. Like, I don't remember being awake, but I'm awake.
Mm-hmm.
So weird.
I do it a lot, not on my own will because I have a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Winnie wake up throughout the night?
No, she's really good. She doesn't wake up to go potty or anything. I've trained her that way though. Pretty
That's
well.
how I trained my dog, too. I was like, you're not waking me up
Yeah,
at
so
3
you don't
in the
have to
morning.
worry about that.
Yeah.
Well,
Good.
Agnes, mom's dog,
Yeah.
wakes her up at like 4:30, and I'm like, no, because that's how she, like, mom was on her track of not sleeping, so she's like, okay, Agnes, let's go potty at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
That was when she was a puppy, so I'm like,
So now she just wakes her up.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, she'll
Odin-
randomly text our group chat, too, at like 4:30 in the morning.
Or
and
she'll
we're
make
like,
a Facebook post. Like the one
Yeah.
day I was up because Drew woke. My boyfriend has to leave by like 5 o'clock in the morning, so he'll be up at like 4:30. So I will just be on my phone. Tammy made a Facebook post the other day at like 4:18 or something. I was like, girl, why are you up? And then she texted the group chat something, and then she had a thought for what we were gonna do for the podcast. She's like, don't. The one day she's like, don't let me forget to tell James that we need to switch days this week. Are you there? What's she'll
I
and
know.
she also uses voice text, which I also am
she does.
am a victim, and I use voice text a
yeah.
lot.
She does it, and one day we were in a group message, and she kept spelling my name wrong. I'm like, can you at least fix it? I'm like, you know how to spell my name. You're the one who made my name.
Yeah.
She, like, doesn't, like, proofread her text. Like,
No.
she'll just,
No.
like, talk, and then she'll just send it right away. And I'm like, girl, like, what if you're, like, texting a business or something? Or texting a client, and you make absolutely no sense?
I'm
like, it's okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I text people all the time when I make no sense, and then they'll be like, "What are you talking about?" And then I'll go back and be like, "Oh, sorry, I was using my speak to text."
Okay, Delaney.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We have to back on task.
Oh.
What are your 3 words to describe yourself?
Golly. I was gonna say driven, and then you took it.
Well, you can still
You
say
can
I mean, I'll
say
still
that.
say it, but I'm driven, organized.
Okay.
I know, like, I have a big heart for people.
I would say you're empathetic. I would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that could be one of your words is that you're empathetic. You care a lot for others.
Yeah, I think sometimes I care way too much.
That's okay.
Like how,
I get that
how
way, too.
you are. Like, I can be mean when I need to be, but
I'm very empathetic though too.
yeah.
you are also very good with your friends, where it's like you're
Yeah.
always available to talk at
Not
all
only that, but like with
times and
Kennedy, like
help.
I'm watching her dog this weekend. Like and that was like
Last
You're just
minute.
excited
yeah,
about
let's
that.
go.
Don't even put
Oh,
your...
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
She came in this door today, she's like, yesterday, guess what I'm doing this weekend? I was like, I actually already talked to Kennedy. I get to watch the dog!
Well, I called Courtney. I'm like, is Delaney gonna be fine with my dog?
She'll be fine.
Yeah.
I was like, she has Jackson. She's good. He's a good dog.
Yeah, he is. He's a great dog.
He's so cute.
I know.
My dog, though, he gets up in the middle of the night. But last night he didn't, and then I woke up this morning and I was like, where's my dog? Like, is he okay? Like, and he sleeps out on the couch. Ever since we got this new couch, I don't know, he hates his bed. He has an aversion to his bed. Like, he hates it. He's big, though, and, like, I got the biggest bed that there was on Amazon, and I just don't think it's big enough because he's so big. I have an English Mastiff, and...
This thing is like a horse. I'm not even kidding.
It's big.
It's like a Great Dane, but, like, thick, too. You know how Great Danes are, like, skinny?
He's muscular.
He's a thick guy.
Yeah, he is.
Like on Sandlot.
Yeah.
The dog at the end. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's Bowden
he's very big, and he hates it, so he sleeps out on the couch now, which kind of gives me panic attacks, because, like, I'll wake up in the middle of the night sometimes, and I'll be so used to, like, seeing him right there, and then since we got this new couch, he's really digging this new couch. He never used to do this. He just walks out in the middle of the night. He'll start in his bed, he'll walk out there, and then he'll be, like, spread long on the couch when I wake up in the morning sometimes.
I love that for him.
He just likes to get comfy.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, more power to him. This morning, he also did not want to get out of my bed, so he transferred from the couch to my bed when I got up for the shower. I dropped, like, 6 treats. He didn't want to get up.
No.
Couldn't get him up to do anything. I'm like, Bowden, I have somewhere to be. I have to go. Like, you gotta get up. And he's looking at me like I'm just stupid. And I'm like, Bowden, take a treat. Like, take the bag. I don't care. Like, get up. And then the only thing that got him up was I had to lie to him, and I told him that his grandma was there.
Oh, no, that's so mean.
I know, I got him.
He loves his grandma.
Yeah, I'm like, Grandma's here. And then he fucking jumps off the bed. I swear, sorry guys. He jumps off the bed, and he runs, and then he realizes that she's not there, and he turns around.
You're right.
He literally was glaring at me, and I'm like, oh, don't worry, she's outside. So when I got the leash on, I got my shoes on, he's running outside. He gets over to by the cars, realizes her car isn't there. He lays down. He was protesting me. Yeah, he protested. So then finally, I was like, we're going to see her. We're going to get in the car. We're going to see her. And then I have to just keep saying grandma so that he'll get going, because that's his favorite person. So you just have to keep saying grandma. So he got in the car, and then he realized we were not going to grandma's, and he was pissed.
That's hilarious.
But I'll be able to do that he's a very smart dog. I'll be able to do that for a couple days until he figures out that that's exactly what I'm doing, and then he'll just go back to bed.
Yeah. He'll be like, I don't trust you.
Yeah, he'll be like, you cried wolf too many times, girl.
Yeah.
But he just loves to mess with me. Like, he really, like, whenever I have to go, he's like, no. He's like,
you're funny.
He's like, absolutely not. And he just has such a personality. And Drew always says that it's definitely my dog because he acts like me.
That's my dog too.
Yeah.
She's very vocal.
Yes.
She just like doesn't get her way, starts yelling at me, and I'm like, can we have a conversation right now? And just starts yelling at me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my dog. Like, this is horrible.
My dog just gives me the little seal eyes. He looks like a baby seal sometimes. And he just and I'm like, okay.
If she's outside and I don't have a leash on her, and I'm like, okay, come in. She looks at me like, really? I'm not coming in until I want to come in. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so we're going to put you on a leash then. And then you can go potty and come back in.
Yeah, Bowden does that too. And I grabbed the leash this morning too, and he didn't even get up for that. So I was like, Bowden, come on. And he's like, no.
Yeah.
And we also got a new comforter yesterday, so it was like nice and fluffy. So he's like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
He's like, he gets so real, not getting
He's
up.
like, I'm warm.
I'd be like, okay, peace out.
Yeah. I was thinking about just leaving him there, but then I was like, gosh, I have another appointment after we film the podcast, and I'm not gonna be able to come back, and then he's gonna be here by himself all day, because then I can't bring him to daycare. He just like is gonna be the death of me, to be honest. Like, I love him so dearly. He's so fluffy and cute. But sometimes I'm just like, gosh, really, this is what I act like. God, this is my dog.
Right?
Yeah, and then Drew's like, I don't even feel bad for you. You raised him like that. And I'm like, I don't care. He's so, like, he's just a little baby.
Right? He's my baby.
He might not be a puppy anymore, but he's like a puppy in my head.
Right.
And everybody was always not believing me whenever I did say that he was a puppy, because he was
giant.
So big.
He's very large.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's large and in charge for sure.
Yes, he does. Yeah. He does wear the pants.
He truly wears the pants.
Yes, in the whole household.
Yes.
He has all of us in his back pocket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Okay, well, Kennedy, thank you for being a guest.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We're so excited that you were here. Tammy will be back next week. Regularly scheduled production.
Yes.
So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week on Her Story in the Making.
Bye.
Bye.